This is your number one baby daddy, Mr. No Good of MrNoGood.com. I'm about to give y'all some free game on, for the passport bros, how to get you a true passport wife. Now, this is free game for everybody, so this is going to be on YouTube, Rumble, whatever. But you can also go to MrNoGood.com. I have not disappeared. I'm just over there now. But I wanted to do this. All right, because I'm about to do it. Tired of them up here. I'm not saying they're not good women or nothing like that. It's just that I know everybody up here. I don't want them. They know me. They don't want me. That's cool. Time for me to go somewhere else, but I can't leave my mama. So I have to find somewhere relatively close that I can go back and forth. Also, I'm going to take my youngest daughter with me. So that means no nightclubs and prostitutes and none of that stuff. So this ain't for that anyway, because I'm not going down there for that. So I'll be leaving pretty soon, sometime in July, August the latest. So first, let's go into what you need to do yourself as a man. First thing you need to do is be willing to move there eventually. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to eventually move there. But like I said, I can't leave my mama, so I got to come back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But you need to either be willing to move there, be willing to spend extended periods of time there, or be able to go back and forth frequently. Like I know a passport sis who got her husband in Jamaica. She just posted on Facebook. She about to go back down there. She back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to Jamaica, because Jamaica's cheap to fly to. I know she's figured out how to get down there. She don't have to pay for nothing when she get down there. Boom, she got it like that. Eventually, he's gonna be able to come up here. Two, I would advise, well, whatever number I said, I would advise you not move her here. You bring her to the United States for vacation, and that's all you need to do. So don't think you're going to go there. Or if you do bring her back, you better keep her in the house. You keep her in the kitchen, the bedroom, and the backyard. That's the only place she need to go. If you bring her up here, don't take her out nowhere. Don't go showing her off. Nothing. Don't be putting her on Facebook. And we ain't going to talk about all this. This is the way I'm going to do it. My Patreon members will be able to see most of this stuff on my vacation. But anyway, I'm going to be able to do it. So I'm going to tell you how to do it. I've been traveling before, so I can travel again. It's time. The baby mama gone. The kids are grown. My youngest daughter wants to get out of here, have some adventure. So, hey, let's go have some adventure. All right. Another thing you got to be able to do, you have to be willing to learn the language. It is what it is. I advise Spanish because, hold on, I know it. What's up? Oh, what's up, man? See, I'm at work, so at the client's house, I'm staying over late. So, I'm supposed to be gone already. I'm working second shift, but I'm staying over late, so I might as well talk to y'all. So be willing to learn the language. Like I said, I recommend Spanish because it's the easiest to learn. This The cheapest countries to get to speak Spanish. And it's just better to do that. Now, if you like Asia, you want to learn whatever them Filipinos, them Chinese, whatever you need to learn, you need to learn it. Learn it enough. You ain't have to learn it fluently. You need to learn the language enough to where, say, they can drop you off in the middle of the country where they speak in this language, and you should be able to get to where you're going and find you something to eat along the way and read most of the signs or get a general gist of them. You've got to be able to have that much of a grasp of the language. If you like South African women or whatever, you got to go out into the bush and find them. So if you got to learn to click and learn that, that's what you got to do. You got to learn to click. Whatever because they talking clicks down there. Also look for lifestyle, not sex. You don't want to look for, you want to go down there where you're going to be comfortable, where you think you can have a family, where you can make some little half native, half American babies down there. That's what you want to be able to do. So, look for the lifestyle. Make sure the food is good. That's very important. I like street food and all that kind of stuff. So where I'm going, there's plenty of dirt cheap street food, and all the restaurants are going to be cheap. Even the high-end restaurants going to be cheap. I'm going to take my daughter to a nice steak house, some nice beef, all that. So you do that. But, however, you need to be willing to be uncomfortable, at least in the beginning. And when I say uncomfortable, say when I was in Nigeria and I was down on this little island, it was hot as hell, beaming on me, sand. It was hard to walk around in general. But then he told me when, I forget what the dude's name was that was showing me around the island, just whatever. You say, oh, there's some women so-and-so further out into a more remote village. He said, but don't go there, because he was just basically saying they're uncivilized. Now, I was already terribly uncomfortable, and I did not feel like walking back with him to this other village to see these uncivilized. But I sure wish I was down there in Nigeria. I just have to be sweating. No, I'm not going to no Nigeria. I'm going to where they speak Spanish because it's close. I can get back and forth to where I'm going. Now, if you can just show up on the plane, now think about it. If you can show up as soon as you get off the plane, you take a nice little comfortable taxi ride, and voila, there's hoes and women and pussy everywhere. You ain't gone far enough. That kind of pussy, that voila pussy costs way more. And you don't want that no way. And I'm going to talk about in the list of what you need to look for. Because you don't want to be sitting up there stuck. Like I know somebody right now. He in Rwanda, stuck like Chuck. Knocked up some waitress that's mentally unstable. Now he bonded with a baby and he's stuck down there. And Rwanda don't give a fuck about him because they think of him as a Mzungu, which is a white man. They give him zero respect, and he's stuck down there because he fucked the first waitress that came along. Can't do that. So let's get into what you need to do, what you're looking for a passport wife. This is what you want to do. First thing you need to do, this is what, all right, so some of these are going to be, if she can do this thing, she's not qualified. If she can do this thing, she is qualified. So just go by that. If she can speak any English, she's not qualified. Now, a woman need to only know a few handful of words when you first meet her. She need to know hello, goodbye, yes, no, sucky, fucky. That's it. I think that's like 6 words, 6 to 8. I can't remember. I can't count. If she can go in there and she, in her accent, hello, you in Africa, hello, Oga, how are you doing today? My name is Zimbabwe. Pleasure to meet you. Get the fuck out of here, you overeducated bitch. She too educated for you. You don't need educated. Now, that don't mean you need dumb, because you don't need dumb. You want a smart woman, but you don't need an educated woman. You need a blank slate. Now, all she need to do is be able to read and count money and be and clever. You want somebody that's clever. But she don't need to be speaking no English, because you need to be learned enough language before you showed up down there. And then you can teach her some English, she can teach you her language, and y'all can talk fluently amongst each other in the different languages, and that's cool. But she must not be able to speak English. If she's on social media at any kind, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, she is not qualified. And I'm not even going to explain that one. Why? Because the third thing is, if she has a cell phone, she is not qualified. Now, I will give you a pass, like in Kenya or somewhere where they have where you spend money, like they use phone credits to like spend money with each other, but it's just like flip phones, stuff like that. If they got a flip phone, all right, I'll give you a pass. You just got a flip phone. But if you up there taking selfies and everything for social media, you are not, or even have a social media account, you are not qualified. If she has on any kind of nice clothes, designer clothes or shoes, as of if she's going to a nightclub, she is not qualified. And you don't need to be going to a nightclub anyway. Because what you need, all these people, they're on social media and have cell phones and have designer clothes. So that means, guess what? They not all qualified, so you don't need to even go to a nightclub. Don't go to a nightclub. Don't go on Tinder. Don't do none of that stuff. It has to be organic. A good place to meet women that are just regular is in the markets. You go there, you see a woman working hard, or what's she doing, selling fruit, or she cooking something, or doing this and that and that and this, or looks like a good, clever salesperson, this and that. That's what you want. Go to the market. You'll see the women working there, and you'll see the women shopping there. And those are the women you want going to the market to find something to cook with. So if she got designer clothes or shoes or real nice shoes, no. She need to have on flip-flops. That's all your new passport wife need to have on when you first meet her, are flip-flops. No more than that. Flip flops or bare feet. Now, if she got bare feet, you're gonna have to sand them feet down and then moisturize them. But that's all right. Flip flops only. And she don't need to be wearing rags or nothing like that, but just regular clothes that she just needs to survive in whatever village she living in. All right. Another thing you need, she needs if she has a real roof over her head, like made of actual roofing material, like concrete or whatever, she is not qualified. She needs to have a tin roof maximum. If it's anything more than made of corrugated metal, preferably a tarp, or like if they like get some like thatch, some grass or whatever, and thatch roof, that's what you need to have. If she has a roof, nope. I want to see a tarp. I want to see something leaking. I want to see how you can manage it. Another thing if she has a real floor, bitch, you better not have no concrete. Now maybe I might let some concrete slide if it's an old cinder block house. I'll let it slide. But other than that, I want you to have a dirt flow when I meet you. Or unless it's like a shack, a wooden shack, and you have the wooden planks, that's cool too. But if you up there all with a nice old roof and a nice old floor and all that, nope, you too highfalutin for me. Also, if you have a real stove, you are not qualified. I want to see you cooking over an open fire, you with some wood and some stuck in there, and they using the air convection or whatever and a smoke vent. And I want you to cook a whole meal. See, where I go, they make these stoves out of like earth, and they cook like that. The women cook like that in there. And then they have like some rocks in there, and you put them on the rock. But that's as far as I needed to go. I don't want to see you cooking with no gas. I don't want to see you cook with no electricity. I don't want to see none of that. Now, electricity is okay, but I don't want to see no AC, air conditioning. She's allowed to have a fan and a small television. If she has a fan, a small television, with her electricity, that's cool. I don't want to see no real stove in there, especially no electric stove. Better yet, you want to see her with a pile of rocks on the ground and she's sitting on a stoop, cooking, putting the pot over that pile of rocks in the fire. That's what I want to see. If the dude in Rwanda followed this, you wouldn't even be talking to no waitress because she wouldn't have passed none of this. She must be working like out in the kitchen or out in the yard every day. She don't have to be just doing all manual labor. Maybe she's just still up in the kitchen helping her mama and helping her grandmama. That's cool. Other than that, be out in that yard, be out in that garden. I need to see you chopping some firewood. I need to see you climbing some coconut trees. Other than that, I need to see you patting some tortillas where I'm going. If you in Africa, you better see him pounding some yam. If you in Asia, they better have that rice up on deck. All that. Now also like especially with a language. Let me tell you again, let me go back to the language. If all you need to do, the only way you need to communicate with her is when you hungry, you do like when poor niggas is begging you out. You rub your stomach and look sad and, point to your open mouth like that means make me something to eat. When you when you when you want her in the bedroom, pull your dick out. Do whatever you need to do. I'm not saying grab her by the pussy, but I'm saying gently place her pussy in your hand. And that's why she need one of the 6 words she need to know. Two of the 6 words she need to know is yes and no, because no means no in any language. If she says no, you thank her for her time and dismiss her. That's it. Don't be thinking about no condoms. I'm fucking raw. I'm too old to be worried about that. I'm going to make me some half niglet babies. Pop them out. Why not? They only live once. I can afford a bunch of nigglets down there. So do all that. Let's see. Now, if she knows how to drive, she's not qualified. Now, if she knows how to she's allowed to ride a bike. She's allowed to use a scooter. But if she out there driving a car, no, that's too much technology for me. You need to be on some Amish type shit. Now, if she has any weave or heavy makeup at any time of any kind, no. I will give a pass to some way down in the bush, them Africans, because they really had some wild wigs. But I prefer your hair be napped up if you're in Africa. I don't want your hair going every which way. No makeup. All you need is cocoa butter or shea butter. And you rub that on you. Other than that, I don't want to see no weave and I don't want to see no makeup. Now, you may find one of them Africans, they like to use heavy makeup looking like a clown. Just wipe that shit off and throw it away. Don't let her do it no more. But really, if she way out in the bush, she ain't gonna be doing she's not gonna be having no makeup. It's too hot out there. She just gonna have cocoa butter on. That's why you got to go far out. That's why it has to be somewhat inconvenient for when you get there. You have to go through where I'm going, you got to go through some shit to get there. You can't just land in the plane, get out the airport and boom, you there. No, I got to do something. Then I got to ride 2 some hours or something and then do something else for an hour and it's just too much. But that's good. That'll keep all y'all niggas out. And it's all Spanish. Ain't none of that. They do have some. On one part of it, they do have some white folks. So if you want to go hang with the white folks, you can do that. But I'm not going to tell you niggas where it's at anyway. Unless you in Patreon or something. Now, if she's sad and begging, if she has problems, as soon as she meets you and she has problems that can be solved with money, she is not qualified. It was like the dude in Rwanda, though. He was talking to the girl. She was looking sad. She'll just look sad. And then he was like, what's wrong? I don't have any money to finish my school. Okay. Right there, I wouldn't have gave her shit. I would have dismissed her. I wouldn't have been talking to her in the first place. That's why that nigga's stuck and miserable now. He didn't follow these principles. And that's basically all you got to do. And let it come to you. Let it come to you. Now, I will say, Jamaica, they speak English. I believe I found a good woman in Jamaica when I went there. And I believe you could find a good woman in Jamaica. But do you really want to live in Jamaica? No, you don't want to live in Jamaica. Even the passport says who got a husband in Jamaica, she ain't trying to live in Jamaica. She trying to bring that nigga right back up here to good old Akron, home of LeBron James. So that's basically all I got to say. And just when I go down there, we're going to go through the different villages. I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to see what's up because the people are friendly. They'll invite you in their homes and this and that. And you meet their family. You meet somebody's daughter or maybe some one of the boys will be running around there, and then they'll introduce me to their mama. you know. You got to get a little errand boy, get the errand boy and everything, and then boom, here's my sister. Bring your sister over here. Banga. Now, so that's all I got to say right now. This is just wanted to be short and sweet. I'm at mrnogood.com. Find me there. Call me, text me, 330-536-3706. I'm going to pause it just to make sure. I ain't got something else to say. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if she drinks or smokes, she's not qualified. Now, if she's a hard-working woman and at the end of the day she want a cerveza, that's cool. But other than that, she don't need all that. So this is what you want. This is what a perfect evening would be. A perfect day would be for you. You wake up to something cooking. You eat your breakfast and blah, blah, blah. You go out, go to the market, do everything. Then once it get hot, middle of the day, you go chill, take a nap. Then you go out and have, dinner, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. Then you chill with your woman, build a fire, have a beer, cerveza, and then at the end you go to sleep. That's a good night for you. So this is your number one baby daddy, Mr. No Good, and MrNoGood.com. My relief is here. Signing off. Baby. What's up? You could have stayed till we had another half hour.